Hello everyone. This thing's hard drive's almost full finally. This is the HP that I bought. Just talking about how much I paid for it because well, to me it works fine. I bought it for a couple reasons. It came with monitors, came with, well, mouse and keyboard, which I'm not using. I have mine. Came with speakers, I think. 1 terabyte hard drive, 16 gigs of RAM, GTX 1080 slim video card, 1 terabyte of storage. I mean, for what it is, it's fine. It's an i5, but I wanted to see what RAM was in it because this board can be expanded to 64 gigs. So I'm going to order two. These are 8 gig a piece, so there's 16 total. I'm going to order two 16 gig, I think, and put 32 gigs of RAM in here. But this thing runs a little hot. Now this could be taken out and you could put it in a new case, which you would have to get a different power supply and all that. Then you could alleviate needing a slim card. You could use a full-size card, but I see no need to do too much to it other than upgrade the RAM. I had thought about changing this from this is a 2 gig card to a 4 gig card, but when you go buying a bunch of older parts or well, like these NVIDIA cards here, this is a new one. One of the other ones was a new one. I'm gonna lay this down here. I had to remove the covers, otherwise it wouldn't have fit in the slot when they're new. But I had bought these. When you look it up, it's lacking a little bit of shaders compared to the GTX 980, but it's basically a GTX 980. But this has 8 gigs of RAM on it compared to, well, if you compared it to a 980 8 gig or a Titan 8 gig or a 1080, it's a 980 1080 card basically. The shaders really, you know, I don't think it'll be much of a problem, but I mean, it's not a top of the line, you know, gaming rig. I mean, you know, the i7 down here's pretty quick, but again, the newest stuff now's what, AMD's got the 9900 or something, and Macintosh has the M4, Intel's i9 or whatever they have going on. I haven't kept up with the fastest, but I'm going to put more RAM in this, and this thing gets pretty hot. Mostly because, well, the GPU fan is right up against the power supply. And then this one, there's really no venting in the case. It's all blowing out the, well, not even the front, it's just all going out the back. So you could improve that a bit. Like I said, you could recase it, could change some of the fans out, do a little bit of lighting, but it has lighting. I mean, if you want a little bit of eye candy. I don't know if I unplugged this wire when I was about to lose my mind because of the hard drive tray. Whoever ran this power supply cable, this module, ignore the junk in the background, but this is a 1 terabyte SSD hard drive. I don't know why they ran that wire under that tray like that. I have to figure out how to get this blue tray out. I think it's toolless to get this wire out of here because I don't want that wire pinched like that. It goes to the front lighting, I believe. It's to the LEDs here. But looks like it's got one open SATA, so you could add another SATA drive if you wanted. It's got 4 USBs on the front. There's no optical drive, but I have a USB CD-ROM drive under the keyboard there. It works good, edits video. My laptop edits and renders faster than this if you wanted to compare. They're both i5s. I wanted the i7 when I bought my laptop a couple years ago, but I opted for that was out of stock and it had less RAM, and the one that I bought was more RAM, a better video card, and all that. But it's the difference between it is it's not SATA, it's M.2 or NVMe or something like that. So it's a little faster. But the 16 gig of RAM's okay, but I'm gonna up it to 32. Just that'll help the video rendering. I might change the case later on. I mean, I have plenty of power supplies laying around. Then I could I don't know where then I could use this video card here in it, but I think I'll keep it the way it is. I am looking at a couple 4 gig cards. They're not terribly expensive, 20-40 bucks, but you could buy a 980 if you wanted to look those up or go with those. Usually the enterprise ones like that, they have they're built for like production. Leave them turned on, the fans are usually pretty good in them, that kind of thing. It's like anything else, a production soldering iron. This motherboard here, I'm going to replace the dented one with this one, but I had to take that bracket off. And then I'm going to fix that one. I might do some custom painting on those. I usually modify things, but this one here I bought to replace the one that's broke. So 3 cards on that. I mean, it doesn't scale like you would think, right? If you want to see me here, tell you about it. You can make each card do a different thing, process textures or what, it'll speed up your frame rate, but those 3 cards, I think they operate at 120 or 165 watts each, so 3 of those plus what, 120 watt processor. So you're already at, you know, probably at least a 650 watt power supply or more, and if you do lighting, you know, 800, 850, 1000 watt, you know. So it becomes a heater. This one gets pretty warm, I think mostly because of the airflow. I could do things to improve it. The custom market today, there's like 500 different offshoots of motherboards. The one down here, which I'll pause it and I'll pull it up so you can see in it. This one's modified from the processor that's over there that I talked about earlier. That's an i7 930, I believe, which it's a 4-core or a quad-core processor. The one in this is a 6-core processor. It's a Xenon 5675, which didn't come in it, but it's a server processor, so that's like a $20-$30 upgrade from, well, you get 2 more cores and 12 megabytes of cache, and, well, you know, if you set it up right, for how I build them, for what I want to use it for, I don't need, if I need one with the most horsepower, well, I mean, I could probably just update a video card and maybe the processor later on, but you could build a, well, like I said, this was 335 bucks, so it came with sound, the speakers, the keyboard, mouse, which if you didn't like those, there's nothing wrong with them, but I have the ones I use. It came with these 2 monitors. They're not bad. And 32 gigs of RAM. Today I could probably, let's see, that probably wouldn't cost me more than 40 bucks. So say 400 bucks and you left the video card the way it is. I mean, it works fine. I think it needs a little more RAM. It's SSD, so when I compare it to rendering, well, you know, it's just a little bit slower, but battery's dying, so I'll leave it at that, and I'll make the other video. I'll put this on charge.